Yo, did you know Dapper Dan became a creative director for the very first time in his career, literally like 3 weeks ago? And you'll never guess who made him a creative director. Let's talk about it. Yo, what up, y'all? Y'all are back again with another episode of Beats and Billboards. And like I said, Dapper Dan just officially became a creative director. And it wasn't Gucci, it wasn't Louis Vuitton, it wasn't any other brand in the culture that made him a creative director. It was actually a painting company. Sherwin Williams made Dapper Dan a creative director over at their company. So before we talk about the campaign, honestly, for the culture, yo, I don't know how this happened, but shame on us for not making him a creative director sooner. But kudos to Sherwin Williams and kudos to the creative agency behind this campaign for making it possible. So let's talk about the campaign a little bit. The campaign is called The Loneliest Color. Now, for those who don't know, Sherwin Williams has a 14-year campaign that they do, and it's called Color of the Year. So basically, any color that's picked up by their the color that's picked up the most, they basically name it Color of the Year. That's the color that's tinted the most in people's houses, apartments, so on and so forth. Now, if you have a color of the year that's tinted the most, it stands to reason that you have a color that's tinted the least. That color is a type of gold. It's called Kingdom Gold SW6698. It's a shade of yellow, and they call that their loneliest color of the year. Well, if you have the loneliest color, it stands to reason that that's probably the most overlooked color. So you might ask yourself, where does Dapper Dan fit into this? Well, it's like we talked about a second ago. Dapper Dan has been looked over for the creative director role on numerous occasions. So why not take the most overlooked creative director in all of hip hop culture and pair him with the most overlooked color in all of Sherwin Williams' catalog? And that is how this campaign came together.
Being the creative director of The Loneliest Color for Sherwin Williams is the hallmark of my career.
So, on the Sherwin Williams website, there's a quote. I think it's from Dapper Dan. And it says, in design and fashion, every color has the potential to tell a story, change perspectives, and inspire us. It's about staying present so you can discover or sometimes rediscover beauty in places you may have initially overlooked. And I can't think of a quote that encapsulates this campaign more perfectly. I'm going to put some pieces of the campaign in here, some behind the scenes footage so you can see what that was about. But you might be asking yourself, well, John, how did this come to life, right? How did this campaign make it from just being about, behind the scenes pieces, this great insight of overlooked color, overlooked creative director? What did they do? Well, naturally, if you got the king of fashion and all of hip hop on your arm, you have to do a capsule collection. And that's what they did. Dapper Dan partnered with Sherwin Williams. They put out some capsule collection pieces. And of course, it is tinted in that loneliest color of the year, that gold, that yellow from Sherwin Williams. And I think most of the pieces are available on eBay right now, if I'm not mistaken. Knowing that it's a capsule collection by Dapper Dan, I'm pretty sure all the pieces have sold out by now. But that doesn't mean that you can't get them on the secondary market. I would suggest checking places like Grail, Depop, and StockX and seeing what they go for. I'm willing to bet they probably go for the hundreds of thousands of dollars right now, or hundreds and thousands of dollars, however you want to put that. But yeah, like I said, this is a slam dunk in terms of a creative campaign from a company like Sherwin Williams. I'm pretty sure when you look at the demo they're trying to target, I may not fit in that demo per se. Maybe they have like a very broad demo of like 18 to 35 home buyers who are like millennials looking to branch out from like their parents' house or something like that. But I mean, if they want to get the culture involved, honestly, if they want to get young black consumers involved who are old enough to buy a house, but maybe not so young that they don't realize what DAP did for the culture, they hit that sweet spot and they did something really dope here. So yeah, with that said, there's some behind the scenes pieces. There's wearable art from Dapper Dan. This is the Loneliest Color campaign from Sherwin Williams. Kudos to him. Kudos to them. And for the culture, I don't know how we dropped the ball like this. But salute to Dapper Dan, because he's the truth. That's all I got to say, man. This is an episode of Beats and Billboards. Catch y'all again next week. Peace.